What's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Ken's Pats Talk Patriots podcast. I'm here today, man. It's a Friday, man. It's a big game Sunday. The 1-2 Patriots are traveling to San Francisco to play the 1-2 San Francisco 49ers. And I am joined by, I got my boy here, special guest, Jay in the Bay from the 49er on Faithful, man. What's going on with you, bro?
What's good? Hey, man, appreciate you for being on. Appreciate you, Ken, for allowing me to get on your platform tonight, man.
Yes,
Hope all is well with you, man. I'm excited for this matchup between the Patriots and the Niners. I'm looking forward to it, man. Appreciate you, though.
Hey, man, you got to show the mask one more time, man. Put the mask on.
Absolutely, man. I got it right here. Absolutely, man.
Oh boy, that's dope. That's dope right there. Dope, man.
I got a few of them too. I got a few of them as well. So.
Oh yeah. I bet. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Hey man, what's going on with these Niners, man? I know y'all coming off a last minute loss to the Rams, man. I know that kind of hurt you. We ain't got time to get into what happened with us with the Jets last week. We ain't gonna get into that. What's going on? What happened with the Rams?
You don't want to talk about that ass whooping, man?
Hey, we ain't got time for it. We ain't got time for it, man. The more listen, look, we buried that ball. We buried the ball, man. But we on to the 49ers,
right?
We on the Cincinnati. But yeah, what's going on, man? What's going on with these Niners, man? What happened last week, man? The last second collapse of the round. Because I was watching some of the game, and I'm like, dang, y'all was up. Brock Purdy with Dylan. Jennings looked real good, and y'all played so good without all the injuries that y'all. Debo was out, Kittle was out. McCaffrey, he's gonna be out for a while. I think he went to Germany to get a knee scope, see something about his knee or whatnot. What happened, man? Down the stretch going on with y'all with Stafford in the round. No, it's a divisional game. But what happened, man?
Whew. I mean, we started out really well. I mean, we were up 14-0 at the end of the first quarter, going into that second quarter. The tide seemed to turn in the Rams' favor. I believe it was midway second quarter. They had a fake punt that they executed, got the first down. And basically from then on, it gave the Rams life because they were basically shut out. I mean, Stafford didn't have his first completion in that game until after that fake punt that was executed. So it was definitely a collapse. You go to the fourth quarter, we still had a lead going into the fourth quarter, a 10-point lead. And it's definitely disappointing that we couldn't come away with that victory. I think a lot of mistakes happened. You mentioned, obviously we're without CMC. He's got the Achilles issue. As you mentioned, he went to Germany. But, the guys that we pay the most, they didn't have their best games. I mean, Bosa, you ask a lot of Niner fans, Bosa hasn't really lived up to that contract that he signed last year. We need more from him. We need him to be a disruptor. Sacks are always great, but we need you to affect the quarterback in more than one way. And I think he's yet to do that. You look at Brandon Ayuk, the Ayuk show, 10 targets, 5 catches. That ain't going to get it done, man. We need more from that, especially when BA was talking all this off season. We know you wanted your money. You got it.
He got his money. I've just been looking. He ain't been playing good, man.
He hasn't been playing good. And I don't want to hear any excuses. I wasn't at training camp. Well, that was your decision, BA. I mean, you were this offseason saying you were going on some podcast saying I'm a Ferrari. If you can't afford a Ferrari, don't buy one. Well, hey, we want to see that Ferrari production. That's what we want to see. So, Fred's playing lights out. Love Fred, but we need more from our our top tier talent. We need more. We know Debo was out last week. Kittle was out. Brock played his ass off. Jawan Jennings had a hell of a game. But I think the reason why we lost that game, to go back to your question, Moody missed a field goal, bad special teams, which has been happening in Shanahan's entire tenure, and 7 penalties, over 100 yards. Giving up a deep pass to Tutu Atwell when every NFL fan knows that Tutu is fast, and that's about it. So why are you letting the receiver get to your hip? You need to be out of your back pedal. You need to be running because Tutu got 4.3 speed. We know that. So it's like just simple mistakes, man. And that's why we lost that game. And we can't make those mistakes against the Patriots this week. That's for sure.
Man, you just said a lot there, man. I want to talk about Jordan Mason. You ain't mentioned that. Where did he come from? He came out of nowhere. McCaffrey's out, and it seemed like y'all really haven't missed a beat, man. Like I know the first week against on Monday Night Football against the Jets, I think he went for like 120 something yards. Man, he's been balling, man. What have you seen? What stood out to you about him?
Man, Jordan Mason, I love the way he runs. He basically came out of nowhere. He wasn't getting any playing time with CMC, being the bell cow back. CMC last year, and since he's been with the Niners, has known to be a guy that never wants to leave the field. He wants to take every rep in the game. He doesn't want to be spelled for another back, and that's part of the reason why Jordan Mason didn't get any run. Also, you look at Jordan Mason last year, he brought it up this offseason where if he wasn't getting the ball, if it wasn't a running play, Jordan Mason didn't know what to do. He didn't know who to block on a pass play. He didn't know what else to do. So if you don't know the playbook, Shanahan's not going to put you out there.
Right.
Shanahan didn't really have a choice this year with CMC being out, but I think we've seen Jordan Mason kind of grow into that role. This offseason, he bought himself a jug machine, so he was practicing catching the ball. The Niners use him as a receiver now. But yeah, man, I love the way he runs. He's a physical runner. Usually the first guy that tackles him or attempts to tackle him doesn't bring him down. He's always falling forward and getting extra yardage. So obviously a lot of Niner fans have been saying we should have been seeing this Jordan Mason years ago. But you got to know the playbook. You got to know your responsibilities. You can't get the quarterback killed because you didn't know who to block. But yeah, man, Jordan Mason's having a hell of a year. We're all excited for him. And man, he looks like he's going to be the leading running back for the Niners.
Bro, any back you put in that Shanahan system,
yeah,
it's good. I mean, I can go all the way back to just Alfred Morris. McCaffrey. Y'all had Raheem Mostert. Anybody y'all put in that on that Shanahan system, they're going to produce, man. Something about that wide zone. And I've been talking all week on my show. If we do not contain that run game, shut that run game down, we have no chance to get announced because the run game going to set the play action. And Brock Purdy is going to end up dealing, man. Are you surprised by the production Brock Purdy's been having this year? With all the injury, are you surprised by the production? Because I think he played good in Minnesota, but I think Brian Flores, former Patriot coach, he kind of threw some stuff out to him. He kind of struggled a little bit, but he played pretty good. I think he had about two touchdowns. I think he had the pick though, and that's the game that Debo played. And then on the injury is Samuel and George Kittle. Are they playing Sunday? I think George Kittle back, I believe.
So Samuel and Kittle, they did practice today, and so we'll see. That's a good sign.
Yeah,
I think most likely they'll be limited though if they do play. I don't think
they won't play the full. Yeah,
nah, I don't think they'll play like the full. If there's 60 offensive snaps, they're not going to play all 60. I think you want to ease them back in. But in regards to BP, Brock Purdy, the next $60 million quarterback, we'll see next year. Man, no, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, we've seen Brock do this since he started. Because Jimmy G got hurt 2 years ago against Miami. He's basically been lights out. He's had a few tough games. Monday night against Baltimore last year. That was Christmas night. That was a terrible game. But for the most part, I mean, he's won a lot more games than he's lost. He's setting all types of records across the NFL for quarterbacks who started their first 20 to 25 games. He's already one of the best Niner quarterbacks who's ever played, I think, at this point. Definitely the best. I would say I've been a Niner fan since I would say late 90s. And so the quarterbacks that I've seen, the best was obviously Steve Young. But then we had Jeff Garcia, we had Alex Smith, we had Kaepernick, we had Jimmy G. Brock Purdy's definitely right behind, I would say, Steve Young at this point. So yeah, Brock's. I love what Brock does on the fly. He's able to get out of the pocket. He's able to evade that rush. He keeps plays alive. And he
don't have the biggest arm, but all that talent y'all got, you don't have to have the biggest arm.
Right. Yeah. He doesn't have the biggest arm, but I feel like he still can throw it deep. Like he still throws the ball deep. I know he missed Ayuk last week in that fourth quarter, but it's something that film he'll have to see. But yeah, man, we love Brock. We love Brock as 49er fans, and we believe he is the franchise quarterback of the Niners for easily the next decade. Real quick, I just want to hit.
I'm about to get into it. I was just about to get into those.
Okay, cool.
Yep. We do got some comment. Hey, we got a few people in here. Make sure hit that like button on YouTube. Go to my boy Jay intheBay YouTube. Hit the like button if you're on Facebook. Share the content. Let's hold on. Owen, what's going on with you? Appreciate it.
What's good, Owen?
Yes, sir. When do you think May gonna start? Oh man, this stuff right here is draining me with Drake May, man. I'm thinking for what I'm hearing next week. I wish it would this week, but next week I like how they doing with May though. I like don't throw him out there. Not against this defense anyway.
Right.
Let Brissett be out there.
You think May will start? You think maybe midway point of the season, or
next week? I think next week against Miami, no tour. They got a lot of injuries over there. It's a big divisional game. You're at home. Yeah. I think it's gonna start next week. We got $20 super chat. Appreciate it. To the channels. What up, Jay? You speaking facts, man. Just stopped through. But BP also missing Reeves. Brock Purdy missing Reeves, and folks forget Debo did the same stuff. Folks gloss over there, but all 22 set and shows up. They Brock Purdy been open. This defense, okay, it's ours.
Yeah, appreciate that super chat. This guy, hot diggity dog. Yeah, you speaking facts as well, man. It's never whenever we lose or win games, it's never one guy. It's never one coach. It's a collaborative effort. And guys just have to be better. I think part of the reason is I think the players seem to think that we've already won when we haven't done squat. Debo was on his podcast saying, "Oh, well, we've been the best team in the NFL in the last 5 years." Like what? Like what are you talking about, man? Obviously, it's been the team. We ain't won nothing, but we are talking like we've won something, but we haven't. And maybe this team is complacent. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Kyle's message is getting a little stale. Mm-hmm. Maybe this team is complacent. We've lost 2 Super Bowls with Shanahan. You know, hey, maybe
y'all had that Super Bowl, bro. Y'all had that Super Bowl.
Just like we had that Rams game last week.
Yeah.
Same way, man. 10-point lead. And
I think y'all had both Super Bowls y'all could have won. Jimmy G makes that pass to Emmanuel Sanders or whatnot. I think y'all win that. I mean, that was crazy. This guy, sorry, edit all 22 shows. Brent, are you being open? Brock Purdy missing reads.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I think part of that is any quarterback you look. And the thing is with the all 22, you're looking at something in slow motion. Like this isn't game speed. You're not on the field. But when your offensive line is allowing, I think McKivitz allowed 5 pressures against the Rams. Trent Williams, the big silver back, one of the best left tackles of all time. He allowed 3 pressures. It's the second week in a row. The brother has had to get an IV because he didn't want to show up to camp. So it's like you got to look yourself in the mirror.
Is he playing on Sunday?
Yeah, he playing. He playing. He not hurt, but the last 2 games he's had to come out because he's had to get an IV because he's not in condition. Like, but that's you. That's on you. You chose not to come to camp. And I'm talking about Trent Williams, and you have 3 years left on your deal. He chose to sit out of camp because there was no guaranteed money left on his contract. The brother had 3 years left on his deal. Like the Niners, why would the Niners be in any obligation to give you guaranteed money like that? I ain't never heard of that before. That's new to me. So I don't want to hear the excuses. Like you didn't want to come to camp. That's on you. Just make sure your body's right. Make sure you're in shape. Hey, it is what it is. But I just don't want to hear. I just want to hear the excuses. I'm not here with that.
Bay Area baller 18. What up, Jay?
What's good, Bay Area baller? Yeah, he's that's 1/4 of a group that he, myself, Kel's Chronicles and Amin the Dream, we formed straight out of the Bay crew. Yes, sir. Yeah, so shout out to him.
Like what y'all doing over there, man. This guy, I hope he's not paid like that. He's trying to play hero ball right now. Plus, you pay him $60 million. Team is going to change drastically. Yeah.
No, a lot of players are, this may be their last year with the Niners. We know Purdy's salary is going to increase,
Well, y'all get rid of a lot of people.
Yeah, we're gonna, the young guys are gonna have to step up, and that's another knock on Shanahan is that he doesn't play the young guys. Like, why is Ronnie Bell in there instead of?
Hey, what's going on with Jacob Cowan? I like him out of Arizona State, I think.
Yeah, so Shanahan, you have to impress Shanahan in order to get on the field. It's like climbing Mount Everest. So it's damn near impossible. Shanahan, he trusts Ronnie Bell over Cowling. Ronnie Bell's a 2nd-year guy. He was a 7th-round pick out of Michigan. He was more of a special teams guy to me, but I don't understand why Ronnie Bell is in there when we have no speed at the wide receiver position. Debo was out. Kittle was out last week. I just don't get it. But that's Kyle trusts Bell more, but Bell dropped 2 passes in that game, especially the last one was real crucial. It was
crazy.
Brock Purdy couldn't have delivered a better ball.
That was crazy.
and he dropped that pass right in front of Kyle. And there's a picture on social media going around when Bell dropped the ball, and everyone on the Niners sideline is like, just throwing up their hands in disgust, man. And I understand he trusts Bell, but how many opportunities do you give someone where you see, hey, he just doesn't have it? Maybe it was just one game, but he just doesn't have it. Let's give someone else another try. You could have gave Chris Conley, who's a veteran in this league. He's played with the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, you could have. I think he was in on 20 plays, and Bell was in on 30. Why not switch that around? But also on that play, I mentioned it, in our Straight Out of Bay group. If you're Purdy, and why wouldn't you want to throw to the hot man, Juwan Jennings?
Bro, he's been going
12 catches, over 150 yards, 3 touchdowns. He ran a little out route underneath Bell on that last play where Bell dropped. And I know that a corner was on Jennings, but Jennings have been making contested catches all game. Why not throw it to the hot man and not throw it to someone who had already missed, dropped a pass? And catching, I know Bell can catch. It's just a confidence thing, and he just doesn't. He's not confident right now.
This guy, there are issues, big issues in the clubhouse. Cal's on the hot seat of it. Cal is on the seat of it respectfully.
I don't think he's on the hot seat, but whenever the Niners lose, it goes back to fans start talking about what they don't like about Kyle. So
Harvey, what's going on, Harvey? CMC injury reminds me of Todd Gurley injury. Only thing is CMC is on his foot.
Yeah, I mean he's got the Achilles. It's a similar injury that Klay Thompson had in the NBA. Kevin Durant had. I think Kirk Cousins had.
Anytime you gotta go away to Germany to examine your foot, that's never a good sign.
Whew. Yeah, no, that's never a good sign. And I think the news came out that they said that he would be out a few more. No, they said he would be out like 2 more months. Yeah, like 2. So if he plays this season, it would be seems like a miracle. Like they haven't put him on he is on IR, but they haven't extended it. But it seems like it would be a miracle for him to play this season, because the worst thing you'd want to do is play on that bad calf, and then you tear your Achilles, and it tears and ruptures, and then you're out. Another year. So
let me see. Owen 130. Owen, what's going on? Is City so playing? Yeah, he's playing. He's questioning, but he's probably gonna play. We need it. Speaking on that.
SOW, who is that? Guard. Patriots player?
Guard. Yeah. I know we don't have much talent. We don't have nobody, the Tuesday players that keep you up at night. What if the 49ers will win this game, which I favored by 10 points, what scares you about the Patriots?
I would say your running attack, Ramondre Stevenson. We struggle against stopping the run, and also our defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave. He tore his triceps last week, so he's out for the rest of the year. So that's going to be an issue. Definitely got to slow him down, make the Patriots offense one-dimensional. I think DeMario, your receiver, he's not big, but he's fast, he's quick. I mean, I think he could make some of our cornerbacks look silly, that's for sure. I mean, if Tutu Atwell can do it, I think DeMario can
but can Jacoby Brissett get him the ball? That's going to be the question. So
right. Yeah. And also our defensive line, can it get consistent pressure? Because that's something that we haven't really been able to do the last 2 weeks. Versus the Jets, I thought we were solid. But the last 2 weeks, it's been less than.
I see what Leonard Floyd can do opposite of Nick Bosa. So
right. Yeah, and that's why we brought in Leonard Floyd. The guy has had, I think, like 10 sacks the last 4 or 5 years. So we're expecting that type of production. And I think he only has
one. He got one outlook earlier
so far. So yeah, so we need more from Leonard. We need more from Bosa. The interior guys are going to have to step up since Hargrave is out. So it'll be interesting to see if we can slow down the run game and then make Brissett beat us.
137. I wonder what Bosa is going to do against the offensive line. We starting our 3rd or 4th string tackle. I don't know. It might be a disaster. It might be a disaster. I'm just going to be honest, man. Caleb Jacobs. DeMontre Jacobs. Yeah, DeMontre Jacobs. That's who we playing. Starting DeMontre Jacobs, man. He comes for the Broncos.
The Rams Yeah. The Rams were banged up last week as well. Their
Yeah.
offensive line, they had a lot of players who had injuries. And Bosa, he should have been able to dominate the guy in front of him, but he just didn't do it. I think he did get 1 sack,
Yeah.
which is good, but we need more. We need more. This is a former DPOY player. And hey, he's one of the highest paid edge rushers. When I look at TJ Watt, when I look at Myles Garrett, he needs to be like one of those guys. Max Crosby, a disruptor, and we're just not seeing it. And we just
Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Yo, what's going on with you, Daniel?
Good.
Jamar, my boy, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button on YouTube, share the content on Facebook, share it on Twitter. Go to Jay and the Bay Plays. Make sure you like the video there, man. Hey, last but not least, final prediction. I go first or whatnot. I think we catching y'all at a good time, but we catching y'all at a bad time. If y'all would have been coming off a win against the Rams, I was like, yeah, we got them because we coming off 10 days off. We got embarrassed by the Jets on prime time. I was like, okay, we about to get them. Then y'all got all the injuries. Now Debo might be coming back, Kittle back. Y'all mad after that Rams loss. It's a mess. We don't know who's going to be starting on offensive line. So I feel like we getting y'all at a good time with a little bit injury-wise, but it's a bad time too because y'all should blow us out and beat us bad. I think we cover. I don't think it's going to be that bad, though. I don't think y'all beat us by like that. I think they're going to tease me for a little bit. For about a half, it's going to be interesting. They're going to tease me. And then I think the Rails going to come off the train in the second half. I think y'all will beat us. My final score, I go something like 28, 28-10, 28-13, something. No, I'm going to say 28-16. 28-16. 28-16, 49ers win. I think Brendan Ayuk probably might score a touchdown, but yardage wise, he ain't gonna do good yards. We got Gonzo. Put Gonzo on him. But I think Jordan Mason gonna run on this. The middle of our defense is soft. I think y'all win 28-16. Much as it hurts me to say, but hey, I thought we could lose to the Bengals week 1, but we beat them. So we'll see, man. How you got this game going?
Man, it's I wish I had as much confidence that you have. I don't know. There's just something off about this squad this year. And obviously it started in the offseason, losing the Super Bowl. BA sitting in, Trent sitting out, CMC injured. I mean, our first round pick, Ricky Pearsall, got shot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a crazy, crazy offseason. It's never a dull offseason with Shanahan and the Niners. So going into this game, I definitely did not think we would be 1-2. That's for sure.
I can't see the 49ers going to 1-3, though. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. I can't see y'all going 1-3. I can't. Like last week when Baltimore played Cowboys, I talked to my boy. I was like, I cannot see them Baltimore going 0-3. I can't see y'all going 1-3.
I didn't see us going 1-2. I didn't see us losing to Minnesota. I didn't see. I mean, we lost to Sam.
Hey, Darnold been balling.
He was our backup quarterback last year. Yeah, he is balling. He looks good though. He does look good. And he made plays when he needed to. But yeah, I did not think we would lose to Minnesota. Didn't think we'd lose to the Rams. Now we are at home, and as you mentioned, hey, the Patriots, y'all coming off 10 days.
But
rest.
Hey, man, hey, Jay, you still got to have the talent. You got to have the talent too, though. You can put all this emotion,
but you got to have the attitude too. You gotta have the attitude and the will, and the Rams had it last week and we didn't. You can tell when a team wants it more, when a coach does a fake punt, lifts up the team. It just seems like, where's the swagger at? BA used to be really excited on the field, especially after he made plays. BA,
he seems a little often, man. I don't see the energy, man.
Yeah, don't something seem off? Like, you got paid. This is what you wanted. I mean, you were talking all that ish in the offseason, and that kind of came back to bite him. I mean, you were talking about you talking about Jaden Daniels could take your game to the next level over Brock Purdy, and Daniels is playing good. I ain't gonna lie, but you're saying that over, your quarterback. It's just, man, it seems like it's been a lot of bad juju this offseason. But like you said, man, the talent still has to win. But I just want to see what's going to change. Are we going to keep Devondre Campbell in at linebacker? I know you guys, he is struggling. So you guys have a backup running back. Didn't he used to play
Gibson.
for Washington?
Gibson.
His name is Gibson. So Gibson, you guys use Gibson out the backfield as a pass catcher, right? So if y'all got Gibson and Campbell matched up one-on-one, I'm scared of that matchup. Campbell last week gave up, I think he was in 3 passing opportunities and he gave up 3 catches. That's terrible. He had a defensive pass interference penalty at the last drive of the game versus the Rams last week. So will the Niners make a shift? Will they go to D Winters, a young, much faster, quicker, agile linebacker, or will they stick with Campbell? Will we see Ronnie Bell again, or will we see more of Crowling, or even put in maybe Chris Conley? But maybe we won't have to see that since Debo's back. I just want to know what's going to change with this team. The talent's there. I guess the change is maybe Debo and Kittle were playing, but I don't know, man. I'm not super confident, honestly. But I still
man, you just said all that, bro. Come on, man. You just said all that. You got me happy and everything. And I knew you were gonna do that, man.
Hey, I just had to, paint the picture, man.
You said all that, like
I'm just saying. I'm saying I'm not confident. I wouldn't bet $1 on this prediction. I'm just saying. I'm saying, the Niners should win, and we are favored by 10. Going into the season, honestly, we were favored in every game going into the season, right? Obviously, things have changed. But yeah, I think the Niners should win.
What's the score?
And I'll say we will win 24-14.
Okay, I still can't get over that, but it's crazy. You said all that. But hey, yeah, I can see something like that though. I think what I say 28-16 or 24-6, something like So I can see something like that, man. I hope I'm wrong. We need it because if we can get this win, we go home against Miami next week. They're a mess right now. We can get that win. We 3-2, and then Drake May probably be starting. But my thing is, if we win this game, Drake May ain't gonna start next week. We're gonna stay with Jacoby Brissett. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens though, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, man, what's good? Hold on, we got a couple more comments. Okay, Grendizer 12. Kansas Pastor got all the questions for fam here. Appreciate it. Question: Kansas Pastor, which 2024 Patriots Regulars have impressed you the most, if any? Jalen Pope had. I want to see more from Javon Baker, wide receiver, 4th round from UCF. But Jalen Pope have. We'll see, and we'll see what Drake May can be. Question: you just got over that one.
I got a question for you. For the Patriots to win, who's going to have a breakout game?
And this is my recipe to win: run, and run some more. Just keep running the ball. Run the ball. Cause I know y'all weak at the with Hargrave out. Run the ball. That's gonna set the play action.
Right.
Alex Van Pelt, he comes from the West Coast. He know how to run that system. It's similar to what y'all run, but we just don't have the personnel. I would run play action. Hunter Henry and Pop Douglas and Marjay Stevenson. They got to have big games.
Yeah. If you guys are able to run the ball, work off play action, Brissett is clean in the pocket. I mean, you that recipe against any team, you got a shot to win, right? You can't pressure the quarterback. If they could run the ball down your throat and you ain't getting off the field as a defense on 3rd down, you're gonna be in any game in the NFL. So that's what I'm saying. I think y'all can do that.
Can we execute it? Can we consistently? Jacoby Brissett, I need you. I don't need you to win the game. I don't need you to throw it 30 times. You can throw it 15, 20 times, run the ball, Marjay Stevenson and Gibson, and on defense, get out the Purdy. We have to get out the Brock Purdy. Don't let him sit back there all day. Get out the Purdy, and we can win this. Get a turnover. We won't win this game. We don't get a turnover. I need to get a pick from Gonzo. Maybe a special teams fumble or something like we did in Cincinnati. It's a tough way to win and rely like that weekly, but if we can do that, we'll be in good shape. Keep it 4th quarter, and we all know how Shanahan is in the 4th quarter. And when you already know
he gets a little tight.
Yeah, he get a little tight, man. So it's gonna be very interesting to see, man. I'm gonna say one more. I'm gonna say Austin Hooper will have a good game too. Yeah, I hope so, man. But we gotta let my boy Jake go, man. Busy man, got to go. Hey, bro, I appreciate you coming up. Let everybody know where they can find you at.
Hey, appreciate the invite, man. We definitely got to do this again, Ken. But yeah, you follow me, Jay in the Bay, YouTube. Usually go live with the Straight Out of the Bay crew every Monday night after the Monday Night Football game. And hey, you can find me on IG, Twitter, all that. Just Jay in the Bay. And yeah, man, appreciate you having me on. And hey, man, I'm looking forward to the game. Hopefully, it's competitive, and I think it will be. I don't see us blowing nobody out, but yeah, I think it's definitely gonna be competitive. I can't wait for the game. We got to end this losing streak.
We got to end up. We got to look better than what we did last week. Hey, it's 10-15 of y'all in here. Hit that like button on YouTube. Please, it don't take but a second. Go to YouTube, hit the like button on Twitter, share the content, Facebook, share, LinkedIn, Twitter, everywhere, Instagram, share the content, and on YouTube, hit that like button, give me the thumbs up. I appreciate it, man. Hey, Jaden Bay, appreciate it, bro. Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, man. Appreciate everyone in the chat too. Appreciate y'all. Peace.